Welcome to video 2 of Dorie and Bob. If you'll recall, at the end of video 1, I said we would be setting up outside to do the carving. So if you'll stick around, I'm going to get set up and we're going to start to make us some man glitter. Sawdust. We'll be right back. Okay, you can tell I have a very sharp pointed bit in my router, and I'm going to use that to go around the shirts Texas first. I always look for the hardest part of my project to start with, and those small letters are going to be the hardest part for me. So I'm going to start with those. The next thing I got to do is to plug in my router. Whenever I'm working around my bits and stuff, I make sure my router is unplugged. And because I'm outside and it's South Texas, it's hot. So I've got my fan going. So let me adjust the depth. We'll start out a little bit shallow and we'll see how this goes. If I like it, we'll go with it. If I don't, we will make some adjustments. So here we go. Okay, that's going to give you an idea of how I'm going to do all that. And I'm going to zoom in for you right quick and get this in a little closer. That's going to give you an idea of how I'm going to go about carving all of the small letters of Shirts, Texas. I'm not going to bore you with all of that. I'll come back. That will be done. And then we'll be changing bits and going to a larger bit and working on the bigger letters. We'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I do have the Shirts, Texas carved around. And I had to change routers. My new router, for whatever reason, started giving me problems. So I had to pull out an old router to finish up the job. But hey, we make do what we got to do, right? So, all right, here is the next bit that we're going to be using. This is called a profile bit, and again, there's my cord. I'm not plugged in. This has a 45-degree tip angle at the very tip, and then a 15-degree angle at the sides, and we use that to go around the outside of the letters. So hang on, let me turn things back around. I was about to go way too deep. Let's go about right there. Here we go. Now we're getting started. All right, so as you can see, it's pretty much the same as we did on this, but we're just doing it with a bigger bit and bigger letters. So I'm going to come back and this will all be carved out, and then we will be actually doing the inside line as well. I'll have all that done, and then when we come back, we'll be changing to another bit and we'll do the background. So hang on, we'll be right back. Well, okay, you can see that I have all of the carving done on the inside except for the background. So the next thing I want to do is I want to cut some reliefs around all these letters and this is going to give it what we call a cloud effect. And I'm going to use yet another different bit, and this one is called a 60-degree V-point, and we're going to use that one to just cut us a clearance all the way around all the letters. And then I'm actually going to cut a little cloud around the shirts Texas, and we'll get this dressed up. So hang on, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I've already got everything set. All I need to do is to adjust the depth of my bit, and let me turn this back around where I can watch it, and we're gonna adjust that bit up, and we'll start there. If I don't like it, we can always go deeper. Here we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Give me a little buffer around the inside of the state line, and then we'll come back and we'll clean up a little bit in here with some hand tools, and we'll be getting there. So I'm not going to record doing the outline here just to save some more time on the video, so hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to move into some of the carving tools that I've got, and we're just going to kind of clean up this buffer zone area around here a little bit. I do this buffer zone around here so that when I do that background, and you'll understand better when we start doing the actual background, but it gives me a safe zone to work without worrying about getting into the letters themselves and cutting them. I don't want to cut them. That's the reason I cut this little buffer zone, and it works out real good. And the other thing is this gives it more of a little rustic texture to it, a little rustic look. Some customers want a actually smooth background, and we use different bits to do that, but we can give them a smooth background. All right, I'm going to finish this off camera, and when I come back, all this will be done, and we should be then ready to start on the background. So I'll be right back. All right, as you can see, I have the buffer zone engraved around all the letters and the inside shape of Texas. So the next thing to do is to start the background. So if you'll hang on, I'll get set up for that, and we'll be carving that background. All right, the next bit that we're going to be using is called a cove bit. It's going to put us around bottom, and obviously we're not going to go that deep. So I'm going to pull it all the way up in, set it down for right now, and we'll get set up, and we'll start carving on it. All right, for me to do this, we don't have to have very much of that bit sticking out, and we're going to start shallow, and I have to have it in this configuration because I want to pull with the direction of the grain. So I want to start from up here and pull it this way. So we're going to just come right across, just random pattern, nothing set. So we'll see how we like it. If we don't, we'll make adjustments. Here we go. All right, let's blow this off and see what we've got. All right. I love that background. It's a fun background to carve, and I think it gives a really nice textured fixture to it. So I've got a few little nicks in here that I've got to go straighten out, but I was prepared for that. So I think it's going to be, when it's all finished up, I think it's going to be really, really sharp. So we're going to go ahead and call this a wrap for video number 2. It's been a good one today, and been a lot of fun. So until video number 3, if you would, hug all your family and friends, let them know you love them, and God bless.